Well, we left Kirkintilloch and we left the canal behind, and then for the last mile and a half, I should think, we've been walking this long straight bit, which is tarmacked but nicely out the way, and it's the line of an old railway line. They've sort of made it a path, and there's, you know, we've just been past a bench, occasional benches, and yeah, we've seen lots of cyclists and dog walkers and so forth. I'm just going to swing you around. Look at that, we're starting to get some hills. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. So I'm not quite sure where, but tomorrow apparently we pick up part of the West Highland Way. Not really sure where we go after this railway line today. I haven't studied it greatly, but it's just nice to be away from the water and have something else to look at. Well, we came to the end of that railway line that we were following, turned left, and now we're following a different railway line. And it said on the bridge, I can't remember the first date, but anyway, they closed it in 66, so would have been one of Mr. Beeching's, one assumes. We've still got river, it's just over there through those trees, but we've had a lot of the day, and I mean it is a warm day, but we've had a lot of the day like this, in this, you know, with this shade, which has been rather lovely. I don't know how much further we've got, Mick, do you, on railway line? But it's easy walking. I mean, apart from the fact that, you know, again, it's another day with tarmac. That seems to have been quite the thing, doesn't it, with this John Muir Way?
Yeah, it's not been impressive, really.
No. I mean, we've done it. It's one we can tick that box, as it were. But would we do it again? No. Wouldn't, would we?
No. I'd make somebody very aware who was thinking of doing it.
Yeah. I mean, this might be for some people. You know, some people might quite like the whole tarmac, you know, but it's not for us, really. Like I say, this bit along here has been quite pretty, and it's been lovely to be in the shade, and it's been relatively easy walking. Although we've been going steadily up, haven't we, Mick, for a little while.
Yeah.
It's felt like almost since we left Kirkintilloch, which would have been, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles back, I don't know exactly, that we've been just steadily climbing. Very steadily. I could be wrong. But anyway, this is what it's been like, and no doubt will be like for a little while. Quite pretty. We've just left, there's the tree line, we've just left the trees. We've been forest all day so far, and just come out into this, look, hills, and like we've got a grassy path here in between ferns, which sort of obliterates any view really. But yes, it's been very pleasant to be off the tarmac, but this makes a change. So first big open views that we've had. I mean, look at the hills over there, lovely. Before we head back into the trees, I'm just going to go all the way around and show you our views. Skies are still looking a little bit threatening, but you know, it's breezy and not cold. Look at these hills. These are great views. Great views. There's Mick. Oh, it's all on level. Hello.
Oh, you're talking, are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just what I said. Do you want to say hello?
Oh. I don't know what you said, but who am I saying hello to?
Anybody.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Yeah. So it was kind of what, we're 9.5, 9.75 miles in.
Yeah.
Just come over that little rise here. Bench, and somewhere where somebody's obviously pitched the tent, and we put away a wet tent last night.
That looks like an old pitch, if you know what I mean. It looks like it's used a lot.
It does, yeah. And then because the tent was so wet, Mitch just pegged the fly out and ground sheet. So as we sit for half an hour, they don't take long, those fabrics, do they, Mick?
You can watch them sometimes.
Yeah. So that's where we are, and down there is a small loch, and I can't remember the name of it. I don't think it had a name on the map because it was a tiny thing. Yeah. And so this was us. We've found this lovely bench, which you can just about see there. Had a cup of tea, had a sandwich, and now we'll move on. Going to Callander tonight. Talk to you later. Well, you have to excuse me puffing and blowing. We just stopped at a place called Strathire and the Broch Cafe, and had a rather super lunch, tomato and basil soup with the cheese scone. Very nice. Homemade, lovely. And then as soon as we come out of Strathire, we're into woodland and straight up. I don't know if you can see the, you don't really get a feel, I don't think, on the camera of just like the steepness of it. But anyway, so this will be just short because I need my sticks because we're going up. But it's old woodland and it's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Good morning.
Morning.
Well, I mean, it's early. What time is it? 8 something?
It's 8:45.
8:45. But we set off this morning about 5 to 8, didn't we? Which we were really pleased with. Good start. We had a wild pitch, fantastic little spot, not far from some lovely water.
Well, we actually walked past the pitch because we haven't got any water.
Yeah, and I mean, what, 20 feet up the hill? Well,
Yeah.
not far up
Not
the hill
far,
anyway.
no.
We thought water, okay, and we went back down. You dealt with water, and I pitched the tent. First time I pitched the tent, actually all together on my own. We generally do it together, but you
all
know,
good.
divide and conquer. It was that thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's fantastic pitch, and we've seen not a lot since. So, you know, we're a couple of miles in. So, yeah, and that was just above a place called Craven, with a beautiful view of the loch. We're quite high, aren't we? I don't know how high, but I'll just turn that round.
Above the farm down there.
Yeah, farm down there, and the hills over the back. Clouds are clearing the hills already. I mean, these weather forecasts,
I mean, it's mountain weather.
it is mountain weather, which, yeah.
Elevation is 726 feet.
Right, so that's where we are. But there'd been nothing anyway, they'd not even been close. I mean, according to, we'd looked at the forecast for yesterday, it was going to rain all day. And I mean, it was drizzling in the morning, but... So this morning we had rain through the night, didn't we?
It woke me a couple of times, but only briefly.
Yeah. And it wasn't torrential, was it?
No showers.
Yeah. And then this morning we had a bit of a shower, but then it was dry again when we were putting the tent down, wasn't it? And I mean, Mick wipes it down. He has a cloth that he wipes it down with. I mean, it's still quite damp. But you know, first break, if we've got it dry, if it's dry, we can perhaps get it out and spread it out, because they take no drying, you know. These modern fabrics take no drying at all. So today we're again going to a wild camp.
This is railway line, isn't it?
Yeah, old railway line again. I'll just put that up. You can see it's, you know, straight. As is the way with railway lines. Line of least resistance, straight through. And I think we've got about 4 or 5 miles of this, so, yeah, relatively easy walking, relatively flat. I mean, we were straight up, weren't we, this morning to get to this level, but that was fine, wasn't too bad. And it's quite picturesque, you know, we get occasional views through the trees to the right. I mean, to the left, it's just straight up. But, yeah. So wild camp again tonight, not quite sure where. But I mean, we're aiming at 15 a day to get us to, we had 60 to do. We've got a couple of nights booked in a hotel in Pitlochry on Tuesday. So we were going to say we had to do at least 15 every day. And yesterday we did 16 and a half, didn't we? Yeah. So, yeah. And I mean,
if we get the opportunity to do a few more today, we'll do that.
And it just makes the last day, you know, the last day shorter, which means you get into the hotel earlier, which means you can get your washing done and, you know, all this. Oh, no, that wouldn't be a bad pitch, would it? Yeah. Everywhere you go, you think, oh, that's a nice flat area. We get a tent on that. Yeah. You have to sort of, you almost become tuned to them, don't you, Mick? Yeah. Decent pitches.
I do it driving in the van, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Think, oh, you get a tent on that. Yeah. Yeah. But nothing really to add. Good day yesterday, wasn't it?
Very good.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a drag the first couple of miles, all tarmac.
Yeah.
It's amazing the difference, even between tarmac and this.
Yeah. Because this is a firm surface, but track. You know, there's a little bit of undulation with it. It's a little bit of uneven. They're just flat tarmac is, you know, it makes your feet sore after a while. Yeah. Anyway, nothing more to add, I don't think, today. No. When I get to Tuesday and Pitlochry, we'll do an update. At that point, we're going to have, because then next section is the Cairngorm section.
Yeah.
So at that point, we'll be looking very closely at.
They'd had another flare up there, haven't they? The
Yeah.
wind had changed direction.
Yeah, Nethy Bridge. And weren't they were talking of evacuating Nethy. But you know, we will be as sensible as we can be.
Yeah.
We've no wish to endanger anybody else, and certainly not ourselves.
No.
So we'll take a wider's arc around it as we need
we have
to.
said from the first news that if it meant we walk the coast, we'll walk the coast.
Yeah,
It'd be
And we'll-
nice to see a little bit of the Cairngorm.
it would, yeah. So we devised a route anyway, which is, as it stands, a couple of miles east of the burn area. So we'll look at it more closely on Tuesday, aim to set off on Thursday. And I mean, what day is it today? Saturday, Sunday?
Sunday, I think. Yeah.
Sunday. You do honestly lose all track,
Yeah.
because you know, you get up in the morning, you walk, you get to wherever you eat.
Yesterday was eating interrupted by walking.
It was really, it really was. Yeah, we I mean, mid-afternoon, what, 3ish?
Yeah.
We'd come down a track, and there was the King's House Hotel.
Not the Potsy one.
Not the Potsy one, the one that we don't like. No, this was, yeah. So we sat outside. We had ice cream, cake, and tea. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. Set us up a treat, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, enough of all that. Nothing to add. So we'll speak to you later, and we'll sort of film as we go today, as long as we've got, you know, the weather to do it. I don't like the phone out if it's chucking it down. Is there anything to add, Nick?
No, all good.
Yep. So we'll speak to you later.
Yeah.
Bye now. Well, we are still on this old railway line, and it's, you know, just long and straight and what have you, but we're going up Glen Ogle. And how often you see this, where the railway line, the river and the road all follow the roads down there somewhere. You can hear the traffic all of the time, and occasionally you get glimpses. Well, I think you can actually see the road down there. But it's really quite beautiful. I mean, the forecast, honestly, said today it was going to rain all day. And I mean, apart from the first 10-15 minutes we were walking, well, we've taken off the waterproof trousers. I've kept the coat on, but it's warm already, and so, you know, we might be stopping soon to remove coats as well. It's like Mick says, if we have to stop in 10 minutes and put it all back on again, then so be it. But just look at that. I mean, the scenery is just beautiful. Going all the way around. I think Mick's down there taking pictures. I think you can see him way down there. That's the way we've come from. And that's the way we're going. Well, we've had first break. I found a nice picnic table and sat. And we're still on cycleway number 7. Which means it's really quite a good path, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, it's tarmac.
It is tarmac, which is a bit of a shame. Although just up front, I can see it's going to track, Mick, just up here.
Oh, good.
So back on track rather than solid tarmac, which does, you know, is hard on your feet. But it's been quite pretty. And we're back in the forest. Well, it's plantation, but, you know, still pretty. And a couple of miles from Killin. We don't go into Killin, we sort of bypass it, but, you know, we should probably see it. I think we'll see it, won't we?
Yeah.
We just won't be going in. Anyway, this is... Yeah, that's right. Anyway, this is our view for the moment. It's really quite nice. Yeah, back on track, much nicer walking. There we go. Isn't that lovely? Well, we spent some time on yet another old railway line. Just saying, we have spent a lot of time in the last couple of days on old railway lines. But isn't it great what they've done to them? You know, made this network of paths that everybody can use. Just seen a sign back there and it said, make way for other users. And it was a picture of a person with a, picture of a person with a pram, dog walkers, horses, cyclist walkers. Brilliant. valley left tarmac. I'm going to swing this round. You see Mick down there, just stopped to take a puff. That's a reservoir, Bria Chach or something. Anyway, the tarmac finished just before the dam that you can see, and now we're on this, just track, which I have to say is quite a blessed relief after all the tarmac. And if you look round, you can follow it, and the line of it goes up. I don't know if you can actually see that one here, but it goes up and over there. If you can see the telegraph poles, I think it goes just below them. I'm just going to swing this round, because we have had the most amazing views. Equally as immense, just fantastic, and you feel so, out in the wilds almost. It's just beautiful, beautiful. Well, good afternoon. We did not do morning. Oh, there's our sign. Look, we did not do morning because we did the first 10 miles on Minor Road. Tedious, and then we turned off the road. I found a thing called the Kent Mall Bakery, a little honesty shop, and you went in and made yourself a cup of tea and bought cake.
Yeah, a nice chat with the owner.
Yeah.
Lovely fella.
Very nice chap. So we're packing out some cake for later, for pudding, and cake for tomorrow's walk. So, fruit slice and fruit cake, all good stuff. So, all that walk on the road, tedious. And Loch Tay down to the left of us. But we didn't always see it, did we? Because
you're not always looking anyway. You got cars and bikes.
Road was very undulating. But that was the Rob Roy Way, 10 miles of road. Tedious. But anyway, we're now on track, which we're possibly on for most of the day. Sort of slightly undulating. We've just done a huge up. Well, it felt like a huge up. This late in the day. And we are now on our way to, we're going to wild camp again, aren't we? Last night, we woke up and got out the tent this morning. The view down the valley to the loch was just breathtaking, wasn't it?
It was beautiful,
Absolutely stunning. But what a cold night. Probably because we were up high still. Quite breezy, but on the plus side, not a bloody midge in sight, was there?
No, nothing. Not even a sighting. Some of the almost what you call house flies.
Yeah.
But nothing else. Not even the biters, not
nothing. Those big legs.
I think we were slightly higher than most of the livestock. So.
Yeah. And that's when you get those, isn't it? When you start to get in the farming areas. But it's fab. So, slept well. And it was lovely, the walk down as far as the road. And then, of course, 10 miles of road. So, we've only probably got another 5 or 6 to do today.
Yeah, well, you can never tell because we don't actually know where we're going to put the tent down. So.
Yeah. We'll try for at least 5 and then start looking.
The nearer the 7, the better, really.
Yeah.
It gives us a better day.
Gives us a shorter day tomorrow into Pitlochry, where, of course, we've got the 2 days in a hotel, or 2 nights, rather.
Pub.
Oh, it's a pub, yeah. It is. 3-star pub. We love a 3-star pub, don't we?
Yeah.
They don't look down the nose at you when you come in with mucky boots, but you still get a nice room, and they do food. Breakfast is included.
Usually pretty good.
Yeah. Pub food is great, isn't it? Just good honest grub.
We've been at some 3-star pubs where you think, what do you have to do to get a 4?
Yeah.
They've been fantastic.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's us for today. So a very late hello, but only because of all the road. Yeah. It's not something we feel we can do, is it? Sort of side by side on a road when you've got traffic.
No.
So.
For like a B road, it was quite busy, wasn't it?
Yeah, remarkably so. Yeah. Signs every so often saying, for the drivers, this is a walking and cyclist friendly road. But I tell you what, some of those cars didn't treat it as such.
Yeah, there was that bloke really, he didn't clear me up, but
oh God,
I stood off.
It was stood on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Well, there was an Audi, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then I had to do a little
Yeah,
chimney.
yeah,
His
for the wing mirror.
Yeah.
God, I thought he was going to get you. I really did.
Well, I did, yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, and I mean, we stepped right off
Yeah,
the road,
well, I was
don't
off
we?
the road, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
you live to tell the tale, which is the main thing.
One born a minute, as my mother used to say.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was it. Your dad's plenty of room where they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, nothing more to say, I don't think, just now, is there, mate?
No, no.
And
Glad to be off the road.
really glad to be off the road. And we'll sort of film a bit maybe as we go now this afternoon. Very little done this morning. Taken a couple of photos, which will be on Strava, obviously, but yeah, you don't really want to see road, do you? I mean, a road's a road, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And then when you get sort of the wall one side and the hedge the other side, and you can't even see the lock down below, it's not that exciting.
I mean, we had signs for red squirrels, you know, like beware
Yeah.
of red squirrels, but
We didn't see one.
we didn't see one.
We stopped in a gateway to have, you know, first break. And I mean, it was 6 miles. We generally stop at 5, don't we?
Yeah.
We stop here at 5.
Yeah, well, you asked the guy, didn't you?
And the guy was there mending his own stone wall. And I just said to him, would you mind terribly much if we sat in your gateway and had a cup of tea? And he said, not at all. And he stood there and chatted to us for half an
Yeah,
hour, didn't he?
lovely fella.
Lovely guy. Really nice fella. Right, now, we now have a choice of direction. So, Mick's just going to look at the app. I'm looking at the signs.
Yeah, left.
Left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That
it's-
way. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going down there
Oh, it's through the gate.
through the gate.
Yeah, over the river.
Okay. Over the river. Right. Anyway, so it's all getting complicated. So we will say goodbye and film as we go today. Bye.
Right.
Well, we were on track for a while, and then we came through a big gate and into this woodland. We've got this rather lovely little grassy path. I don't know how far it goes, but I just thought it was quite nice. It's so lovely to be off the road, but this is nice underfoot, you know, as opposed to tarmac. Isn't that pretty? And it's sort of natural woodland, you know, it's not plantation. Very nice indeed. Well, it's 8:30 in the morning and we're just packed up and ready to go, and I'm just showing you that because that dry spot there is where the tent was last night, and it is quite steady rain this morning. We've got everything away and we're just about to set off. There's Mick getting his pack on, and that's up there is where we came down from. This is the River Tay. It's going to be a very quick bit of video because it was quite steady rain when we got up and packed the tent away, which has gone away very wet, and it's sort of quite steady rain since. So we're all in our waterproofs. I'm going to turn you around to say hello to Mick. Hello?
Hiya, it's moist.
It is moist. It's very moist. Yeah. And this is a very narrow path, long wet grass. But that is the River Tay. So, you know, it's still quite beautiful in a very wet sort of way. So today we've only got 10 miles, was it, Mick? 9 miles to do. We should be in Pitlochry for lunchtime. Yeah, yeah, they perhaps won't be today, because yesterday we just carried on, because places where we thought we'd get water, all dry stream beds, until we came down to, was it the Mowness Burn?
That sounds right.
Yeah, and we were about a mile, if that, short of Aberfeldy, in what's called the Birks of Aberfeldy. Very pretty, big trees, and we had a lovely pitch by the water. Nice, I mean, relatively flat. Your porch was a bit on a hill, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't, you know, for all the pluses, that was...
Yeah. So it was great. Yeah, good water and, you know, really very beautiful. I mean,
to our last few sips, weren't we?
we were, yeah. But anyway, I'm putting this phone away because, as you can see, it is raining. Phone's getting wet. We'll maybe film, we maybe won't. If not, we'll see you in Pitlochry. Well, I think it has finally stopped raining. We keep getting the odd drip, but that seems to be from the trees. I'm just going to say, Mick, there's a bench.
Oh yeah, lovely bench.
Yeah? Do you want to stop?
Well, we'll just get in and out, that's true.
Yeah, we would. Midges. When it's warm and damp, and it seems to be where there's a lot of this fern and there's no wind at all. It only needs, this is 6 miles an hour it needs, doesn't it, to get rid of midges? Yeah, because they're tiny and they can't fly in it. Anyway, this has been another bit of disused railway line that we've been walking. We had the first few miles with the river path, and now we've got disused railway into, was it Grand Dully?
Yeah.
Grand Dully, because I said Grand Tully, but there was no T in it. Grand Dully, which appears to be a small village. So we'll wait and see. Anyway, at least it's brightened up. Just giving you the 360 after all that rain this morning. We had a break in, we were on the old railway line, I think I did say, and we sat under a road bridge. It was a bit messy, but dry. And when we came out from there, having had a cup of tea, cake, as you do, banana, one thing and another, we got sunshine, which we've had pretty much ever since. And I mean, the forecast again was rubbish because it said that we've got a 95% chance. It said all day, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, it's windy, which is nice because it keeps away anything flying. You know, just enough to keep away any midges. Although it's been mostly those like normal like houseflies. Anyway, we've got a section through forest, and then we're about 2.5 miles, I think, from Pitlochry. So we'll talk to you there. Hi. Well, we stopped a little while ago because it was breezy and there was a big open space, and we thought, take advantage, because we're in a hotel for 2 nights now. We're having a day off tomorrow. We pitched the tent, which was dripping. I mean, proper dripping, wasn't it, Mick?
Yeah.
I mean, just so wet from this morning, because it was chucking it down when we sort of packed everything away. Pitched the tent. We laid the ground sheet out, put the inner up, put the outer on, did all of that. Made a cup of tea, had a piece of fruit cake, and everything dried. Absolutely amazing. Makes it, and I mean, you're travelling with about, what, a kilogram less?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Because Mick carries the tent. And of course, a wet tent is a heavy tent. So, oh, yeah, but it's great, though, going into the hotel in Pitlochry without, wet stuff on the back dripping sort of thing. Because
And, the bottom of our packs were muddy. And
yeah.
so
Yeah.
we cleaned all that off as well.
Yeah, so it's we've made ourselves quite a difference. We're just coming down this little path, and now we're going to join track again. But basically, I think we're about 2 miles, aren't we, Mick? From yeah, only 2 miles now from Pitlochry. And I sit down and another cup of tea. Going to try and get all our shopping and stuff done this afternoon, if we can. And then we've 1 or 2 jobs to do, a couple of repair jobs and stuff to do tomorrow. And obviously, my update to YouTube. And what else am I going to do? I can't remember. Yeah.
Oh, we're trying to do another plot route.
We're trying to get... we've had to devise a new route, obviously, for the Cairngorms. We're going way out... It's east, isn't it? Way out east. Doing a big wide arc so that we miss the burn area. So what we want to try and do is using my tablet, try and get that onto the app that we use for navigation.
In theory, you could do it on a phone, but it's a fact.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if you just heard Mick say about doing it on the phone, but screens are so small. You know, my eyes are not what they were. Let's not be silly. So anyway, we'll catch up with you when we're in Pitlochry. But it's lovely that we've got fine weather when it was forecast foul all day. So, speak to you a bit later. Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. this is just really by way of an update. So we're in Pitlochry, well actually just outside Pitlochry in a place called Moulin, in the Moulin Hotel, which as you can see is really quite nice. Got 2 nights here. We've got caught up with washing and all that kind of malarkey, and we just thought we'd sort of give you our thoughts on our journey so far. I've done numbers, so I'll give you that to start with. We're 455 miles in, with 38,932 feet of climbing. No wonder we're tired. And 752,833 steps. So 250,000 steps, which is quite a few, isn't it? Yeah. So far, we've done the whole of the Southern Upland Way.
Very good.
Yeah, we've done a good deal of the John Muir Way and a good deal of the Rob Roy. So thoughts to start. Oh, yeah, and going forward, we're doing our section of the Cairngorms, which now is extended by 20 miles because, yeah, we're doing a big arc around the Burn. And
which
then
they're doing marvellous things.
they're doing fantastic work with, and I mean we've had 2 days where we've had rain. It was mizzling again this morning, wasn't it?
I think it was really wet when I looked out this morning.
So
I had a good wetting last night.
So yeah, nature is helping with the fires. So we've got that bit, the Cairngorms bit, which we think is 8 days, don't we?
Yeah.
And then we're having 2 or 3 days in Inverness because it's a very nice place, and why not?
Lovely.
And then on to John O'Groats on the John O'Groats Trail, and I can't remember how far that is. It's about 120, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So a couple of weeks, and then we're done. So we just thought we'd give you our thoughts so far. Southern Upland Way, Mick.
Loved it. Yeah, I mean it was tough because it was so hot the first week, and
First week we were cooking in the 30s, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then just hunting shade all the time.
Yeah,
but I loved it.
Yeah, second week, gale force winds and rain.
Yeah,
it went one extreme to the other, didn't it?
Yeah, but still,
an absolutely stunning walk.
But very isolated.
Yes. Yeah, we didn't see many people at all, which frankly, is not a bad thing.
We think proper walkers under 20 in the whole trip.
In that whole trip. Yeah. So then from there, we did the 10-mile John Muir link to Dunbar.
Yeah.
We had a couple of days in Dunbar, and then we did most of the John Muir Way,
which I wouldn't do again.
So we've decided not for us, haven't we?
Yeah.
There was such a lot of tarmac. There's a lot of tarmac bike paths, tarmac canal path, and then just roads, and it's just, it's not really our favourite thing. No. Southern Upland Way, you were across the hills, and it was just beautiful, stunning views. There were some very pretty sections.
Yeah, but there were like glimpses of
yeah. So, it was like we've done it, you can tick that box, but we wouldn't do it again. And then we moved from the John Muir. Well, it overlapped the John Muir with the West Island Way for a little way, didn't it?
Yeah,
and we had a morning.
Yeah.
We just had a morning on that.
It was hop on and hop off.
Yeah, and then we got onto the Rob Roy Way.
Yeah.
It's been okay, hasn't it?
Yeah. Again, too much tarmac to be.
But a couple of, the other afternoon after that reservoir, that absolutely breathtaking scenery. So
there were a couple of days where we started on tarmac and then took a turn onto the hill. Yeah. And it was just marvellous, just classic Scottish.
Yeah, just beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
And some good wall camps.
Yeah. So we've enjoyed the Rob Roy certainly a lot more than the than the John Muir, which
we had our tough day the other day when. We'd had places that we thought we would stop at, and every time we got there, the burn was dry, and we were very low on water. So we just had to keep walking until we found one that was running.
Which was called Mowness Burn, and it was about a mile outside Aberfeldy. Pitch in the trees, and it was a lovely
when we came upon it, it was just cascading waterfalls.
Really lovely.
Very deep, so we had to keep walking down until the path caught up with the same level as the water.
Got a flat bit.
Yeah, but lovely pitch.
Yeah, very nice pitch. Very in the trees, beautiful. Well, I don't know if you follow Strava, you'll have seen the pictures. But yes, so. That's where we are. We are now in Pitlochry, and tomorrow we set out initially for Blair Athol from here,
Don't stop.
cycle path, and then through Blair Athol and out to up Glenkilt, isn't it?
Yeah.
White Bridge towards White Bridge, and then across to Braemar. So, yeah, Braemar then to Tomintoul to Grantown-on-Spey, Grantown-on-Spey to Inverness.
But we're well to the east of.
Yeah, sort of 30 odd miles. It said. I was looking at the official stuff, you know, on the internet. And so yeah, we're 30 miles the other side of the Burn, which is all right by us, isn't it?
Yeah. No wish to get in anybody's way or.
Yeah. I mean, it did say that you might smell smoke if the wind's in this direction, but there is an exclusion zone. So I was reading this thing this morning, and somebody had sent in a question to say, was it still possible to have a campfire in the Cairngorms? And you think the stupidity of people just astounds me. I mean, what do you think, really? Shall I set fire to something here? Muppets. Anyway. I don't think I've got anything to add. Have you, Mick?
No, nothing at all.
So we'll film again as of tomorrow.
Loving it. So I want to say overall, loving it.
Yeah, it's been great, hasn't it? Like I say, 450 odd miles we are, and I think with the extra, with the the additional through the Cairngorms, we're going to end up perhaps 700ish, maybe something like that, aren't we? I think now the one that we're doing now, the route that we're doing now, is approximately 105. By my vague measurement, I sort of go along the map going 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, just roughly. I'm not generally ever so far wrong. So about 105, and I think the John O'Groats is 120-ish. So, you know, that's what we've got left. So nothing to add?
No, that's it. Yeah.
So we'll carry on and film as we go, and I'll try and get this update on YouTube today.
Yeah.
Thanks for staying with.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.